Thursday night, and it's time to unwrap Las Vegas right here on VANR. That's Vegas. It's time for Vegas Unwrapped. The phone lines are open at 702-483-4444. Now, without further ado, here are your hosts, Aaron Phillips and Ricky Cash.
Thursday night, hot, humid Las Vegas. Straight up on the hour of 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I am Aaron Phillips. We want to welcome you to Vegas Unwrapped, the show that unwraps Las Vegas 1 week at a time. Joined, of course, by the co-hosts, Mr. Ricky Cash, JPEG, Bobcat, behind the board, and you, the listener. Coming to you live on the all-new Vegas, allnetradio.com. 702-483-4444 is the phone number. Skype line is Vegas All Net Radio. And Mr. Cash, how are you today, sir?
I'm excellent. I'm watching JPEG figure out how to work his camera.
It just looks like we just went through an earthquake.
Yeah,
if anybody's going to be watching
like
this first couple of minutes. But
I feel like Bobcat.
Boy. I think maybe we ought to start again.
I think we need to get that candy machine fixed. That's what we need to get fixed so we can get his candy fix. Anyway, you know what? Today,
This night?
this very show, we're going to be experimenting with the green screen tonight. Because by the time people watch this, when JPEG gets everything done and edits and he uploads it to YouTube, they're not going to see what we currently see right now in the studio. Now, we experimented with this on Tuesday.
You're not. In other words, if somebody's sitting back there, they won't be seen on the.
No, they actually will be seen. Gary, who is Cash's cousin, is in town, and he's just hanging with us. He will actually be part of whatever scene that JPEG decides to put up there. So this is like the weatherman's board, this green screen, because if the weatherman is the weather person is standing in front of nothing but a blank green screen, and they use monitors at each end because the maps are superimposed.
So if he falls asleep,
we'll catch him.
We'll catch that?
Absolutely.
Actually, he's going to be sitting on a toadstool in the enchanted forest.
There you go.
Right.
Little pixie fairy dust and everything flying around him, little wings. So we're going to be...
I think better yet, I'm going to put him on Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore? He
actually, probably
can relate to that.
Yeah, I was going to say that, or you just put him into the Philadelphia Phillies stadium.
That would be fine, too.
Falling asleep watching the Phillies play.
Low blow.
Something he did, he admitted over dinner tonight.
Starting off with that already.
No, I'm not saying anything he hasn't already admitted as a Phillies fan.
That's right.
So anyway, we want to welcome everybody. Hope you're having a good day today. Hope you had a good week. A lot going on in tonight's show. We have some folks coming in from an organization. They should be floating in here momentarily, called GREAT AMERICAN Company, which basically is an organization that works with fundraisers to help schools raise money, primarily the PTAs.
Did you say fun or fund?
Well, technically both. I guess you're going to have fundraising.
Cool.
But these
say that 4 times.
No, wouldn't even. I had to slow down just to say it one time. But so they're going to be in today to talk about what they got going in. Kate O'Neill.
Do they do personal fundraising?
We'll have to ask. Do they do corporate fundraising?
Maybe because they can go fund us.
Exactly. And then in the second hour, those of you who, and I have to put a little disclaimer out there for this because we're going to get into a little bit of a topic that's way off the beaten path normally for us. Although for those who did hear the interview we did a while back with Bob Backlund, I hope it was an enjoyable interview. But those of you who don't know, what's the word I want to use? The legend, Dusty Rhodes, from wrestling fame, passed away today at the age of 69 due to complications after a fall at his home yesterday in Texas. And we're going to have someone who was a big adversary of his in the second hour come on, number one assassin.
Ooh.
Was that adversary or advocate?
Adversary.
Okay.
Yes, I had the right ad in there.
That means he didn't like him, right?
He didn't like him. Gotcha. He was an enemy, and he was a foe. He was a heel. Although Dusty played heels and baby faces back and forth so many times as well, but number one assassin was pretty much a heel in the 70s, 80s through the NWA and all those other territories. But he is graciously giving up some of an hour to talk about his experience with Dusty, and we get to know Dusty a little bit more, because it really was a shock. I mean, Dusty wrestled at 275 pounds when he wrestled, and the last had on TV on the Monday Night Raw was back in April. And picture a guy who's 275, who's now in his late 60s, he's 69, and I say this with all due respect to Bobcat, because I used this example earlier this afternoon. He looked like Bobcat at the end in April.
Yeah.
And that's just and there was just something going on. Anyway, so why are we going to talk wrestling besides Dusty being a relatively common name
It's because you're obsessed.
Well, besides that, I have to share, wrestling is actually pretty big here in Las Vegas.
It's huge.
There's an event coming to Thomas and Mack
Saturday.
June 20th, right?
Saturday.
A week from this Saturday.
Yep.
Part of the SummerSlam tour, they're calling it. There's a federation here called Future Stars of Wrestling, which is very prominent here in town. There are some other professional wrestling ranks here in town. What's his name? Ryback, today's wrestler. He hails from Las Vegas, allegedly. What's the other guy? I can't think of his name. I'm picturing him.
The other guy?
Yeah, it'll come to me. He played the pimp role.
Isn't he the other guy?
He's yeah. Anyway, it'll come to me. But wrestling is very prominent here.
What the hell is he snickering about?
Wow.
Jeez.
He's
I'm
in his
thinking
own
about when
little
you were
world
named
over
the
there.
OG. You want me to talk about that? You want me to bring that up?
No, let's move right along. Good
That's
job.
what I thought.
That's good
So anyway,
job.
so wrestling is actually pretty prominent here in Las Vegas. And I thought it would be kind of cool to spend time talking with number one assassin, who, like I said, who obviously now, well, I hope he's retired. I hope he doesn't come busting in the door because he hails from parts unknown. So for all I know, he could be on his cell phone out in the
porch,
and out in someone's office, and just scoping us out. So anyway, so that's our second hour. We're going to do, hopefully, if time allows, some weird news. Some dates in history. No, I don't know if we're going to have time for dates in history, but we've got guests, we got lists, we got all kinds of good stuff. So please give us a call and be part of the show.
Very good.
And a shout out to everybody who's listening on podcast and watching us on video.
Right. And
John, you didn't tell Kate about not wearing green behind green. She's gonna fade away into the backdrop.
That's all right.
We're just gonna have this floating blonde head there.
Even I know that it's a different green.
Doesn't matter. Green on green of any
matter.
shade is going to get lost.
Because there is a tolerance for the U. Yeah, we're going to get you something.
This is when I wish I had some of our Vegas Unwrapped T-shirts with me. I have them at home. Yeah.
Don't do that.
No, don't do that. Please don't.
Well,
I just want her to know that we're a friendly group.
We are. But I don't think she wants to be that friendly. She doesn't know us well enough yet.
Certainly not
Anyway,
me.
Bobcat, how are you, sir?
Good afternoon and good evening, gentlemen. I am doing great today, and you said the future stars of wrestling. We've had the main ring announcer, Mr. Phil Scratch Cummings, who is that, and
Bruce.
And Bruce.
He was part of them.
And Scratch was actually voted and nominated and won Manager of the Year last year for that, and he's a great guy.
Sweet.
And I could make a call. We could get to Scratch, and
we had Sim Bodie. When we were at 2 stations ago, we had him on the phone. We've been trying to work with FSW and Joe DeFalco. Well, at least I've been trying to get us in there somehow, some way, but they're very stringent on what they do, so it's kind of tough.
I could make a telephone call for you because he's got his right ear right there.
Okay, no, that's cool. That'll work.
I think you're going to enjoy. I personally do know the number one.
I know you
assassin.
do. You used to work for him way back when.
Yes, I did, sir.
He was his ring valet. You know what a ring valet does, don't you?
No, actually.
Really, you don't know what a ring valet is in wrestling?
No.
The one that just kind of walks down to the ring with the wrestler and takes his coat and belt. You know,
a valet.
A valet.
Like a real valet.
No, like a freaking driving valet.
Well,
what do you think I was talking about?
Well, I thought, you never know about those things.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, wait. That makes sense because Bobcat's a racer, right? So he would
stand in line
park
behind
his
him,
car,
will you,
right?
please? Stand in line behind him, will you?
Anyhow, I think you guys will really enjoy him.
We'll have fun.
Go back.
He did tell me that if I broke code tonight, I could end up with flying elbows off the top ring. And,
Rope.
Yeah, I could
Even
just
I
end
know
up
that.
real bad shape here.
You're kind of running that Jimmy Buffett look today. I kind of like the hat, the safari. Actually, Crocodile Dundee is what I said to you this morning.
That's exactly what I said
Right?
to him when I walked up.
I kind of digging the look. No, it's a good look on you.
Stella, if you're
Seriously.
watching, see if he looks like.
Well, but she can't see him. He's not in front of the camera.
There's only one thing I've got to say to all this.
Which is?
First of all, I'm glad to be back with you guys.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Oh, gosh.
Here we go. So, shout-outs.
All right, shout-outs. Go for it, Mr. Cash.
Actually, I got a little note from Jay Lee this morning.
Yes, how is our wayward walker?
She's
Did I get the title right, by the way?
Waywalkers.
All
You got
right,
it.
Wayward Walker.
Well, she's doing well.
Close.
She asked me to pass this along. One of her friends, a fellow author by the name of Craig Hansen, over the weekend suffered a very debilitating stroke.
Uh-oh.
And he and his wife also take care of his elderly father.
Mm-hmm.
And this stroke has really put him down. He's going to survive,
Right.
but it's going to be a long road of rehabilitation.
Okay.
And the people that he works with have started a GoFundMe account.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give it to you. It's the www.gofundme, and then you got to / Craig CRAIG HANSEN, Craig Hansen.
Okay.
And she asked me to pass that along. He helped Jay Lee with her book, in terms of being another one of those people that got a chance to, look at it before it came out.
Mm-hmm.
And she's indebted to him for that. And, that community's pretty tight, the author community. And
Right.
Anything that Vegas Unwrapped can do to help Jay Lee and her friends will be glad to be there.
Jay Lee going to help Vegas Unwrapped?
That is something we are working on diligently. Right, Jay Lee?
Work harder.
And quicker. Anyway,
she.
All right, that's
I'll
cool.
tell you what. She does understand the dream for sure.
She should.
Yeah.
Is the GoFundMe link somewhere on Facebook
It's
on our
on.
page?
It's on the Vegas Unwrapped
It is?
page. I put it
Okay.
on there this morning.
All right.
At around 6:00. Good grief! How do you do, you guys? How do you guys get up at 4 or 5 in the morning and do these things?
Well, it's what we do for a living, sir.
Called discipline.
I want to teach you
I have
one
a
thing.
shout out.
Okay, we'll get to you.
Okay.
Quote the legendary Mr. John Lindquist.
Okay.
Radio stops for no man or woman.
There you go.
There you go.
Always radioing.
A quick hello to Lois and Mike in Charlotte, and the rest of all of our usual listeners who are out there.
Our suspects. JPEG,
I want to give a special shout out
special shout out.
to one of the sponsors
One of the sponsors.
for one of our shows.
One of our shows.
Do
Right.
you have a repeating problem?
Problem? Possibly.
Unbelievable.
It's not a problem. It's
Doesn't
a way
it
of life.
bother you?
Anyway, we have a show
They
on
ignore me all the time.
VANR, Vegas All Net Radio,
Right.
called From Grief to Relief.
Yes.
Their sponsor, one of their sponsors, is Frank's European Services.
I know them well, right next to Famous Dave's Barbecue.
You bet. These guys are awesome. I just want to give them a shout
Who,
out.
Famous
Thank
Dave's?
you very, very much.
Famous Dave's is awesome.
No, I don't like Famous Dave's.
You don't like Famous Dave's?
We were just outvoted like 3-2
Jeez
here.
Louise.
Adam, Paul, Chris, thank you guys. I appreciate everything you did for me.
Absolutely.
Wait a minute. Very good. Are you done?
One more.
Go ahead.
You know who you are.
Yeah, right. I know. There's a used car dealership on Boulder Highway called it's not Drive and Go. Wouldn't be Drive By.
That would be-
especially on Boulder Highway.
That could be
Drive
dangerous.
Drive and Go, and met some really nice people there yesterday. Good job. They took a look at my credit and escorted us out.
Did they
the door.
laugh? I was going to ask you if they laughed their way out.
Still nice people.
Well, that's good.
And they had a good selection. But and we might do some business. Who knows? But I promised them a shout out because I told them I owned a radio station. They said, "No, you don't."
Said, no, you don't.
No, you don't. So
It probably hasn't shown up on the credit report
Anyway.
yet. That's why. All right. Very
nice,
good.
nice people out there.
Any shout outs you have there, Mr. Bobcat?
My lovely wife tonight, and we'll say hi to the Bobby Kitty back in Ohio.
Yeah, Bobby Kitty.
She will be back in September, ladies.
She better get her butt back here. Otherwise, we're going to go out there and kick her ass. That's what we're going to do.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
And you heard that from me. I'm getting into the wrestling mode. That's where that's coming from.
Maybe by then our receptionist there will be ready and we can talk her into that.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right. Very good. Hey, you know what time it is?
What time
It's time
is
for
it?
our first
Time
break.
for our first break, and we get ready
Thank God.
to talk about fundraising for your school here in Clark County. You're listening to Vegas Unwrapped, VegasAllNightRadio.com, 702-483-4444. Phillips and Cash and JPEG and Bobcat. Oh, my. We'll be back to what's going to be a sugar-filled studio here momentarily.
Our favorite new guest.
Our favorite, Kate can come back every week with gifts because she brought samples of what she does. I mean, you just don't do candy, right?
Not at all.
All kinds of stuff.
Right.
Kate O'Neill, she works for a company called Great American Opportunities, and they are a company that actually love to work with schools and PTAs for fundraising purposes. And we're going to get to how we met Katie in a couple of weeks. So we're kind of doing the cart after
Let's
the horse
save that
here.
for a surprise.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. So, and she was supposed to bring her counterpart because this city, for as many schools as we have here, between elementary on up, there's about like 200 million schools in this city.
Fifth largest school district.
Fifth largest school district, and
Right.
there's 2 representatives for the company.
I wish they would knock on my door because I'd buy.
This I'd buy. What do these normally go for? About $1?
Girl
Yes.
Scout
About $1 for selling,
Yes.
right?
Girl Scout cookies are okay, but throw in the crunch and the caramel. We buy a case of this stuff.
Absolutely. We'd buy a case.
Don't tell
and then,
her that,
We'd
maybe.
buy a case and then resell them for $2 because we need the money. But anyway, by the way, it's OU. It's actually kosher. It's OU. So anyway.
OU.
Yeah. Anyway, so Kate O'Neill handles half the city, and her counterpart, Matt Roper, handles the other half of the city, who was supposed to be here tonight, but I guess his kid got a little ill.
Yes.
Wasn't from too
yes.
many candy bars, was it?
Of course not.
No.
No, they will not make you sick.
No.
Wait till we
Good. Can
bring
I
in
All of us have
bring in
died.
a case.
All of us have diabetes. We'll show you what sick looks like. So Kate, welcome to Vegas Unwrapped. We appreciate you taking time to be with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
for the
cool to have
opportunity.
you here. And I know you must be busy, probably not so much at this time of year, maybe in August as PTAs start getting back together and
Yes.
schools start getting back together.
Yes.
Tell us what a day's like for you running around this town trying to get fundraising
Ooh,
done.
what a day is like. Well, I spend most of my day in my car or in schools,
Uh-huh.
just driving around to as many schools as I possibly can get to, and I just we specialize with coaches, teachers who work with clubs. But it's not just schools, it's also churches.
Okay.
We have
Pretty much nonprofits?
right.
Okay.
Yes.
We're a profit, so
Hey,
we
we're
don't
not.
qualify.
We're nonprofit.
Of course, we're non-profit, right?
No, there's a difference between nonprofit and not making a profit. There's
Okay,
two
okay.
different things here,
I
fellas.
will have to check with my financial
Yes, let's
advisor.
check with our financial advisor, shall we? So, how did you get started with this company? How did you get in
Well,
working
very,
with them?
Very interesting story. I actually am coming out of a teaching career in Clark County School District.
Okay.
I was a 2nd grade, 5th grade, and a 6th grade English teacher.
Wow.
And then she got out.
She got out of the dark side.
God bless you.
Well, it was a fantastic career. I really enjoyed myself. But last year I threw in girls basketball coaching, and I was tutoring on top of it, and it just became a little bit too much at that
Overwhelming?
moment. Yes. So I needed a little downtime. So I decided to take some time off. I was going to concentrate on schooling and see where I could go with that. But then I just was found by Great American
Okay.
Opportunities because I had put my resume up on one of those wonderful websites, and they were looking for another rep in the area, and it all just kind of seemed to fall into place. I was in the right time at the right place, and it was really great how it worked out. Everything happens for a reason, and I could not be happier with my choice because it's so funny because I tell everyone that I had such a hard time last year fundraising for my basketball girls
Right.
that it was just so ironic that this is the next career that I
Sure.
went into.
one
So
that you least expect.
Yeah, and it's a
Exactly.
sideways move because she has obviously the background in schools,
Right.
knows who to go to
Right.
when you walk into a school. You got to get that person at that desk. The one that the.
But she's primarily worked with PTAs because PTAs pretty much do the fundraising for their schools.
in
Right?
elementary level, yes.
In elementary level,
Right.
that's what I know because that's where
Right.
my wife is. So
Yes.
But yeah, you're right though, Cash. I mean, she gets past the gatekeeper.
Yeah,
So
no,
That is so funny you say that. That is also a term that we use.
right.
I didn't know it was universal.
most salespeople know that first person is the gatekeeper.
Yes.
The gatekeeper.
Yes.
That's right.
Hence the candy bars.
There you go. That's right. You got to sweeten everybody up.
Yep.
Absolutely. I noticed JPEG's bar is almost done already. He's having fun over there. Got 2 pieces left?
He got
you
real
got
quiet.
a second bar. Okay. But very cool. Now,
Second segment of the show.
seconds. Yeah, we may have to share that one in the second segment.
we may have to go down to her car
And rate
because
it.
I know it's in there.
That's right. I don't know if I'd want to go down there after it's 95 degrees right now. Probably wouldn't be very good chocolate right now. Be good for chocolate milk.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
easy
yeah.
compared to what's coming, but let's keep on track.
All right, very good. So let me ask you a question. What's some of the most successful fundraisers that the schools do? Is it candy? Is it pencils? What's the number one source for fundraising?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Food sells.
Sure.
You know, everyone loves chocolate. It's only $1. It's cash and carry. It's very quick. However, if you are a large group and you're looking for a quicker opportunity to raise your funds, candy bars is not the way to go.
Not at $1 a piece.
No, it's not.
What does the school get out of each dollar that they sell? Because obviously you guys have to take something out of it.
Right.
The candy bar company has to get something out of it.
Yes.
So what does the school get?
The school gets 50% profit.
Okay. Well,
off
that's
of
not
the candy
bad.
bars.
That's
Right.
a lot better than I expected.
Me too.
I was going to think it was going to be like a
dime.
quarter.
Yeah.
I was thinking a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's good.
Yeah, it's really great, but I mean,
Got any openings?
candy bars are actually candy bars are a really great cushion, is what I like to call them. They're always something that you can just have as a filler. You can have as continuous income. However, we have really, really great savings products. We have a Las Vegas area coupon book that we sell for $20. And then we also have an app, because who isn't on their phone now? So you can download your app onto any app downloading device that you have. And we also have cards that you can use. Tumblers is my new favorite. We have fantastic tumblers. They're 32 ounces. They have a nice little lid. You can design them for your own school.
Are they chocolate coated?
They can. You leave that candy bar in your car long enough, you can use it. But yeah, those are my top favorites. Of course, we have cookie dough. Our cookie dough is delicious.
Cookie doughs are
Yes.
the biggest hits now too.
Yes, and our recipes are featured in Southern Living and Cooking Light magazines, so
Nice.
you know they're good. We have so many things. We have gift products. We have jewelry. Endless.
Do they have a website?
possibilities. Yes, we do. It is gafundraising.com. GA.
That's
or
easy
Great
to
American.
remember.
Yes, it is.
As long as you know how to spell fundraising.
Well, hopefully the computer will catch
There
up for
we
you.
go. Okay.
PHUND.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's a silent Z in there.
There you go.
somewhere.
Exactly.
RAZING.
That's right. That's right. Pat, can I buy a vowel?
Well, and that's great that you
yes.
brought that up, because all of our products are available for you to look at on the website.
Mm-hmm.
And the even better part is that all of our representatives have their own website that you can go to that is geared towards your area. So it is GA Fundraising / whatever your representative's name is. So behind my / would be KateO'Neill.com.
Okay.
And you would know it's mine because you see my big old face on there. And you can browse the products. It has my contact in there to get a hold of me, all that good stuff. We try to make everything as easy as possible for the sponsor, the person who wants that funding help. Because, I mean, especially coming from
There you are. I
that
gotcha.
career. Yes, there you go. My cheese and smile.
I noticed on the main website that it looks like that to date it said that there were savings of almost $250,000 or $120,000 so far that has been raised using the products. How long has the company been in business?
It has been in business for over 50 years. It's been quite a long time.
Where's their corporate office? They're not here in Vegas.
Nashville, Tennessee is the corporate
Okay.
office.
Central
We
time.
do have representatives all across the United States and Canada.
Okay.
So,
Maybe we can send the #1 assassin over and pick up a box of chocolates for us and send them up.
okay, let's not go
We'll
that.
ask
I
him.
can get you chocolate, boys. I can get you chocolate. Let's not go that far.
Have you
We do
been
not
out-
condone violence.
Have you been out to the company at the headquarters?
Yes, I have. I just recently started with the company in the end of November.
Right.
So my beginning stages were a lot of training in Nashville, and who doesn't like going to Nashville? If you've been there, you know
It's
how
a
great
great
it is.
city.
Yes.
Did you
Everyone
get
is
to
so
meet
sweet.
Willy Wonka?
I didn't.
No.
Speaking of
Unfortunately,
which,
hopefully next trip.
he's on our birthday list today. So here's some of
Wonka.
the yeah, he is. So here's some of the available fundraising categories. You ready?
Go for it.
Beef jerky. You
Oh,
can sell
yeah,
beef
yeah.
jerky.
Yeah.
And I'm getting this right off of her particular page. You can sell custom apparel, shirts, jackets, t-shirts, whatever, lollipops. Cost there's always chocolate, cookie dough, like she said, gift items, pretzel rods. What else is Great American Savings Pass, which you mentioned? What's to remember this? What is that?
To remember this is a product that you can go online, you upload your pictures, and you can create a book,
books.
cards, any product that you want that has your own personal entity to it. It's really great for seniors, end of year gift, that type of thing.
It's nice.
So, yeah.
When you say seniors, you're talking about high school seniors.
Right, high school
Okay.
seniors, 8th grade graduates,
Yeah.
kindergarten
Because I noticed when she said
graduates.
senior, she looked right at
I
you.
know.
I
She
didn't
was
know.
looking at me, and I
I
thought,
looked right past me, which
You
made
can
my
make a
day.
book.
Which made my day.
Scratch cards. Those are like, they were like
yes.
whatever you scratch off your
Scratch
income.
and sniff?
Yes.
No.
You can try. I don't know if
You
it's
won't
gonna
like the smell.
good.
But it's a little gambling device kind of
Do you
thing.
remember those?
Are those legal in some places? Because there are some places that consider those gambling.
I
So-
assume so. I haven't used any of
Okay.
those with my groups yet. Like I said, there are certain products that we know just are really great.
Okay.
And are not difficult to.
What is, this might be what Cash is looking for. Snifty.
Exactly.
Snifty. What is that?
Those are those smelly pencils.
Okay. See, so that's
Yeah.
be right and sniff, Mr. Cash.
Okay.
How about, and then you have smensels. I like the words. That
Yeah.
would be pens
Yeah,
that would
that's-
stink.
Yeah.
And magazines. So you
Yes.
can sell magazine subscriptions and
Yes.
stuff?
Yes, we do. And that is the best for any groups because that is a constant salary to you. It's what I like to call mailbox money. You are renewing, you are subscribing,
Right.
and that's continuous because
So even on renewals, they'll continue to get paid off renewals?
yes,
It's
yep,
amazing
percentage
that-
off
We
of
need
that.
to start selling this out of
I'm thinking
VANR.
It's amazing that magazines are still out there to be sold.
Is that amazing?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did that
I
when
think
I
it's
was a
great,
kid.
especially being an ex-English teacher. I think it's wonderful.
You were gonna
But
say old, weren't
yeah,
you?
I was going to say
Weren't you?
old. God, I did just have a birthday.
I should
too,
be so old.
Did you really? When? When'd you have a
May
birthday?
17th.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll take care of that in the next hour. Go
Oh,
I
ahead.
can
Thank
tell you
you.
one thing, man. The guy that we got running our vending machine and the chocolate stuff, I say we chuck this guy out and bring this lady in because I would just soon pay the dollar
I'm
for the
here.
candy bar and have good candy bars. You know what I mean?
I'm
Huh?
with you.
All right. All right.
Especially since our machine's not working right
I have
now.
a question.
Talk to the operations manager.
Kate,
He's out to lunch.
how do you determine or how do you help your clients decide what's best for them?
That is a fantastic question. I always like to start with asking them what they have done in the past and what they didn't like, what they do not want to do at all. Because you will hear from some sponsors that they don't want chocolate. There's always chocolate, there's too much chocolate, too many groups are selling chocolate, enough with the chocolate, which I completely agree with. There are so many other things that we can do that would benefit just as well.
Especially in June, July, and August.
Right, right. Because I mean, I could sit here all day and tell you what I do and how I do it, but I think one of the things that gets lost in translation a lot is the why. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why do the schools and the teachers and the kids need the assistance that they so desperately do?
Why?
That's what I ask the sponsor. Exactly why am I here to help you today? Because once we figure out the why and once we surround our project with the why, then it means so much more to myself, to the sponsor, and then to all the parents that are also involved with their children and their groups and their
Sales
sports.
101. Find
right.
out the why.
That's it.
Find
All
out
right.
the why.
Going to ask you to hold on right there. We'll come back more with Kate on the other side of our next break. So get your pen and paper handy so you can take down her website again and a way to contact her for fundraising. If you're a 501c3, she can make it happen. All right, welcome back to Vegas Unwrapped.
We are quite full.
We're sitting here with Kate O'Neill from Great American Opportunities, and we just found out, looking at our website,
That we're all having a chocolate high.
the blood sugar count's going to go through the roof.
Drink a lot of this.
But
It'll
the good
help.
news is we found out because some of these products are direct sell. We might even be able to help her with some product stuff.
Well, you know,
for
we talked
VANR.
about new VANR shirts. and,
Absolutely.
you know, how do they look? I mean, you see it over there. I
They
mean,
look great.
They look pretty good?
Yeah, they look like they're good quality.
They are, and you can design them yourself. But like I said, that along with the lollipops, pretzel rods, those
Right.
are all purchased through my website. You are paying up front. So that is a really great tool. But what I'm here for are the sponsors, the teachers, the coaches that really just don't have that extra time. And I'm here to be their assistant to help them with all of that extra work that they have other better things to be doing with their time.
Trust me, I speak on on authority here that if we decide to do this, I think our operations manager is probably going to be calling you to do it anyway. So don't worry about it. We'll need help.
Are they just tees, or do they have collared shirts?
No, they have hooded shirts. They even have
Get
sports
outta
gear
here,
like
really?
hats and stuff. Yeah.
That's great because we need to be a little bit more diverse in some of the stuff
Yeah.
that we're going to,
We will.
you know, give out or buy out or
Nothing in green, though.
because it won't
Oh,
show up
gosh.
well here.
I know. I'm just so sorry about that.
No. That
Anyone
listen,
watching, you're going to see just my head and my hair.
I'll
We're-
make it
we're
work.
fine.
You'll truly be a talking head here on the radio. That's what we
It'll
call
make me seem more interesting, right?
Yeah.
There you
right.
go. So you were mentioning during the break that there's some new stuff coming out or
Yes.
new programs. Why don't you
Right.
share that?
One thing that happens often in schools is when parents say, "I don't want any product, just here, take the money." So we have something that still
Lazy
helps.
parents.
Well, I mean,
They
everyone
don't want
has
the chocolate.
a lot. Yeah, you know, we don't always
or
want
cookie dough.
things. You know, yeah. I mean, I love cookies, but I don't
Right.
want to buy 8 tubs of cookie dough.
I had those boxes in my freezer forever when Eileen was in classes.
Yeah. But we have an opportunity for those parents that don't want a product, but still want to help their school team and group, while also still helping other people. It ties charities along with the sports teams and groups that they're also helping. So what the parent can do is they can donate a set amount of money, and based off of that amount of money that they're donating, the group gets a percentage, and then they also are allowed to pick their own charity.
That's what I was going to
Yes.
ask you, if they can pick the charities that
Yes.
they want. So
We currently have 4 charities that we're working with, the Humane Society, and then there's a breast cancer. So they're all on the website too. But we also have one that ROTCs, like working with the military also. I mean, you don't have to be ROTC, obviously, but it's kind of who they're geared towards. We do work with the USO, the National Guard, all of that. So you can work together with those groups so that you're not getting any product, but you're still helping multiple groups with your one donation.
how do the charities get added? Is that just a parent says?
It's through our company. I'm just the upfront face.
Well, somebody
we have
has
a
to
wonderful
vet them.
customer service
Right.
team in Nashville that does all of that fantastic work. They're the ones who also get all of our coupons for our coupon book and for our coupon cards. And so they're out there working, trying to generate business, getting our name out there, seeing who we can help. So we're adding more and more every year.
Cool.
So
Right. I have one that I would like to talk to you about adding to that list if we can later.
that would be fantastic.
Okay.
It's called
And
Vegas
they're-
All Net Radio.
No. They're local, so.
That's perfect.
We're local.
We also have, I'm
ahead.
so sorry.
No, go ahead.
We
Go ahead.
also just knew, I just came back from a convention actually yesterday, and I found out that our very new product is a gift card for magazines. So if you personally have all of the magazines that you want, you can purchase the gift card and then gift that to someone who you know is in need of any reading materials.
Cool.
Like a senior center or somebody like
Right.
that.
Yep.
Very cool.
And
That's
the letter
excellent.
bomb that they send back to you for giving them magazines.
Some of our magazines are also available online. So,
Right.
for those who
Are they current magazines? I mean, it's not like going into a doctor's office and seeing magazines that are 3 years old.
Not at all. I don't even think
I
that
like
you could
those
get ones
magazines.
that are 3 years old.
'Cause I
They
know the-
are very current, yes.
Because I know the rest of the story.
Yeah, right.
The website is www.gafundraising.com/Kate, Kate, O'Neill, Oneil. All of her contact information is on there. Also, her phone number is on there, 702-348-7200. And she's got an email address, kate.o'neill@gafundraising.com. MattRoper.com.
Right. And we also have Matt Roper. So how this works is if you were to cut Las Vegas straight down Sahara, east-west, I am any school or organization that is south of Sahara, and Matt Roper is the contact for everything north.
Okay.
And he goes even a little bit into Utah. He has Cedar City and
Nice.
a few
Mesquite.
other yeah.
Although
Right.
Mesquite's not
Mesquite.
Utah, but
Well,
Are you ready for the questions?
I hope so.
is it the
right.
ones we did last time?
The ones that,
Okay.
this is the end of our...
Here we go. End of our segment questions. You ready?
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Put you right on the spot now.
I know.
This is a way that we get our audience to actually get to know you more personally
Okay.
than just here representing your business. What's your favorite movie?
Of all time.
Okay,
No,
can
of
we
this
break
week.
these into genres?
Your
I am-
favorite movie of all time?
Of all time. I would have to say Elf with Will Ferrell.
Elf. That's interesting. Why is that?
I love Will Ferrell.
Okay.
Really anything Will Ferrell will do. I just love Elf because it's just so fun. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. It puts you in a good mood, and I
Okay.
absolutely love comedies.
So that's going to answer the next question, which is who's your favorite actor? So Will Ferrell.
Ferrell,
Okay.
yeah.
Who's your favorite actress?
My favorite actress would have to be Meg Ryan.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I love Meg Ryan.
It's not Kelly McGillis. Is that her name? Kelly McGillis?
From Top Gun?
Yeah.
Why would it be Kelly McGillis?
Kelly McGinnis.
McGinnis.
Why would it be Kelly
I think
McGinnis?
it's McGillis. But because Kate looks like her.
McGillicuddy.
Really?
Yeah.
McGillicuddy was
Yeah.
was Lucy's maiden name. Anyway,
I
what's
know.
what's your favorite sound?
The ocean.
Oh, I love that too. When the waves crash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Ocean's good.
Here we go. The tough ones.
Okay.
What's your least favorite curse word? And we are internet radio. If you want to say it, you can say it.
Goodness. Whew.
Least favorite.
Least
The
favorite.
least favorite. The one that, even if I ever have slipped and said it, which I haven't, still just feels so dirty to hear is the C word.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that is
That's the
right.
second in a row we've
horrifying.
heard that one.
Yeah,
Okay. Flip side. What's your most favorite curse word?
I can guess.
I am from Chicago. If that helps at all, the F word
Okay.
is probably the second word I've learned growing up. Thank you, Dad.
Okay.
He's going to kill me for saying that.
In New York, that was the first word we learned.
If you weren't doing what you're doing today, what would you like to do?
Writing. I actually have a children's book that I've written, and I'm working with an illustrator now.
Cool.
So I just love writing.
Okay.
I really do.
When you get ready to kick that off, come back and see us.
You know
Absolutely.
it. You
Absolutely.
are
We'll
not
plug
getting
that-
rid of me
we'll
now.
plug the heck out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When the time comes and you're standing in front of the pearly gates, what do you hope God says to you?
That is a deep.
Besides,
Question.
come on in.
Besides,
Right.
yeah, besides well, that would be obvious since I
Or
told
the elevator. Sorry, the one that
the
you need
down
goes
elevators
down.
over there.
Right.
I'm proud of you.
All right.
That's a good one.
Wow.
Very excellent.
That's a
All
winner.
right. Last question.
Okay.
What's your most favorite internet radio station?
Vegas All Net Radio.
There you go.
Definitely.
Hey, did I set that one up?
Did I pass?
You win a candy bar.
Yay.
Kate, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you so
A lot
much
of good
for having me.
information, and look forward to having you back again in the coming weeks.
Definitely. Thank
And tell
you so
Matt it
much.
was his loss.
I know he's listening right now. Hi, Matt. We
Hi,
miss
Matt.
you.
Sorry we missed you, but I'm sure
Come
you're
on,
not.
come on. No,
we didn't.
Not.
No, we're not.
No, we're-
Kate's way better looking than you anyway, so
bet.
don't worry about
Oh,
it.
no.
All right, welcome back. We're closing in at the end of hour number 1, which only means two things, gentlemen and ladies.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies when you're having fun. It means that hour number 1 is almost done, which means the second hour is right around the corner.
Oh, God.
And to
But
wrap,
tonight it will not
No.
go downhill.
no, not initially. It probably will afterwards.
When we had weird news.
We'll figure out a way to make it go
Exactly.
downhill.
I was going to say, we always find a way to mess things up here.
We will leave some decorum for number 1 assassin in the second hour when we talk about Dusty, but after that it's all hands on deck. But the second thing, it's time for doing it with styles.
It's time for Doing It with Style.
You either got or you haven't got
Styles.
If you got it, you stand out a mile. Got, or you haven't got class.
How it draws the applause.
You were late there,
of the
Josh.
masses. You've either got or you haven't got.
Got, or you haven't got.
2 second delay.
Got or you haven't got style.
The only segment in radio whose promo was longer than his actual segment. Go ahead, Mr. John.
Did you ever hear his commercials?
I know.
It buys me time.
It buys you time.
All
Go
right.
for it.
I think tonight is kind of appropriate since we've been talking about school children, elementary, and I got to say this hands down. Anything else that I was thinking about doing this week, this beats the hell out of it.
Okay.
All right. What?
No.
All right. Christian McPhillamy from Melbourne, Florida, has had to cope with being mistaken for a girl for nearly 2 years so that he could grow out his hair and donate it to the Children with Hair Loss Foundation.
I saw this story.
Yeah. But now, at age 10, Christian has finally reached his goal. He just donated 4 10-inch ponytails, despite the bullying that came with growing his long locks. Every night, Christian and his mother, Deanna, search for whatever fascinates him on Google. Usually it's animals, but after seeing an advert for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, Christian was determined to do something to help. Deanna suggested that he grow out his hair and donate it to cancer patients. His mother says he has endured an awful lot of criticism and, yes, even bullying throughout this time. From his peers calling him a girl to even coaches and family friends telling him he should cut it off or offering him money to do so. This kid was 8 years old. 8 years old to have that kind of determination. Even out and about or at a park, he would be playing with a bunch of boys and they'd like, "You look like a girl." And he would just explain it to them. He held his head high and he never once said that he wanted to cut it off ever. I was blown away. Usually when Christian sets his mind to something, he pretty much goes with it. He doesn't let anything falter his goals. I was pretty confident that he was actually going to follow through with it. And he did. Christian has such a big heart, I don't even know if there are words to describe how proud I am of him. Only 1 in 50 donations to children with hair loss comes from boys, making Christian's donation even more special. The nonprofit delivers wigs to children who lose their hair for any medical reason. If you're interested in donating, there's more information on their website, and that's St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So, Christian, good job, man. You get this week's Doing It with Styles Award.
Well done, Christian. Yeah, I
Wow.
saw that story pop up on Facebook a couple of days ago.
I
Did you see
listen,
the
I
picture from
jumped on
behind?
this.
Not from behind. I
Oh,
saw him in front right
Because
after they took the
it's
pictures.
the most beautiful hair you could ever imagine.
that.
I mean, with all due respect, it did look like a
Gorgeous.
girl's
Right.
head, and it was tremendous.
All right, another great edition of Doing It with Styles. The thing, you know what I love about the segment is it really sheds a light on people doing great things, not only here in Vegas but around the country and really
Yeah.
around the world.
The diversity is tremendous.
And it's just something that we've always tried to do here on the show, and that is shed as much positive light on stuff in the first place. That when we acknowledge people, and I think one of the best local ones we did were those people at the supermarket.
Oh, yeah.
Those ladies there
You know,
to take
that
care
was-
of you. That was tremendous.
That was one of my favorites, too. And
Yeah.
they still, are jazzed every time I go in there.
Of course.
So-
Of course.
And
Well,
they're
good.
they're listeners, too.
Are they?
Yeah.
What's their names?
Oh, Christ. I knew you were going to say that. L
L.
for Elaine.
Okay. That would be E.
K, K-A-Y.
Okay.
And
MOUS.
No. And Diane.
And Diane.
And
Ladies,
Diane.
thank you for listening.
Very nice.
and being part of our community. We appreciate it.
I'll probably see you Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, have his meats ready.
Yeah.
Big night there tonight in sports.
I know.
Wait. Before we finish this,
Yes.
I want to say the one thing that I like about doing this segment
Uh-huh.
is the fact that there's always something, and that I have to make decisions. That it's not just
Something obvious.
Right, that I have to really dig to find something.
Right.
It's like there's so much good stuff out there.
Absolutely.
That we need to help promote. So
Right.
that's
question.
what I like about it.
Absolutely. Well done, and it's it's part of our what's the word I'm looking for? Fabric of our show, and it's good that it's there. All right, we're closing on the top of the hour, guys and gal. So what I'd like to do is let's wrap up this hour because there is a lot going on in sports.
Sure.
With the Vegas Unwrapped Sports Desk update to take us to the top of the hour, Mr. Bobcat, take it away.
And thank you, guys. I surely do appreciate that. Yours truly, the Bobcat from the Sports Desk. Let's start with Major League Baseball winners today. I'm making a move. San Diego, Cleveland, Oakland, Baltimore, Mr. Cash, your Mets a winner today. How about Miami and the Los Angeles Angels, too? Game 4 of the NBA championships right now, just about the end of the third quarter. It's Golden State 63, Cleveland 58. LeBron's got a nasty cut on the forehead, too, on a camera action, so we'll keep tabs on that. NASCAR, Martin Truex Jr. wins his first at Pocono. The Tour moves on to Michigan this week. Guys, there's a lot more, but let's just keep this thing rolling. That's a look at sports for you tonight, okay?
All right. Very good. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do.
What are we going to do?
We're going to go right to the break so that we come back.
We
could
do right on top.
We'll
right?
come back actually on time for a change. I don't think we've ever come back on time. We'll do some birth dates, and then we'll get the assassin, number one assassin.
He's the number one assassin.
The number one. Wow. He is so bad, he's on the hit list. The assassin.
I wonder if he ever fought in Madison Square Garden.
I'm sure he did.
Question to ask him.
I'll ask him. All right. Vegas Unwrapped, hour number 1 in the books. We want to thank everybody for listening. Want to thank again Kate O'Neill for sitting in with us tonight from Great American Opportunities Fundraising Thingamajiggy thing. Just check the podcast for all the details. All right, here we go. Hour number 2 on the other side. Birthdays coming up right after this. 6 years, 3 months later. This is, I think, the very first time we've hit hour number 2 literally at the top of the hour.
Man. How did we do
on
that?
time, ready to rock and roll.
I
Tremendous.
think it's because Bobcat did an outstanding job of the sports report that ended in time.
The all-new Vegas All-Net Radio. Best shows. More variety. The all-new VegasAllNetRadio.com.
Yeah, actually want to thank John. That's right, let it play. John Lindquist, we want to thank him. He was running around the studio here last week, and he actually did 3 more for us.
Yeah. What a bunch of self-promoting...
and I asked Ryan to dump them in there, the new liners, and
I've heard it. Heard it.
You've heard the new liners playing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've listened to it.
Because he changed up the back. John changed up the background, the music, and everything. So really good. All right, going to try to stick to time on this one.
Yeah. Good luck with
If
that.
you're celebrating a birthday today, June 11th, we want to wish you a happy birthday from all of us here at Vegas Unwrapped Internet Radio, and you're celebrating with these people. All right, here we go. Name of the game. I'm going to give you a celebrity. Kate, and you just have to shout out the age. You get a point, which, of course, around here, points don't mean diddly-poo, but it gives you bragging rights for a week. So, first one, actor Shia LaBeouf is turning how old? From Transformers, Holes.
31.
31.
Wow, you think he's that old, huh? Okay, 30.
30.
35.
29 would be the right answer. Ooh. Actress Claire Holt.
Claire Holt.
I know you're going to ask me, what has she been? She debuted as Rebecca in Vampire Diaries and played Samara in Pretty Little Liars. She gained fame for portraying Emma Gilbert on the television show H2O, Just Add Water, and Chastity Meyer in Mean Girls 2.
Cool. I haven't seen any of those.
Right. I think she's about 27.
I was going to say that.
27 for Mr. Cash.
I'm going to go with 24.
24.
29.
29. 27 would be the correct answer, Mr. Cash. Not bad for not knowing who she was. All right, here we go. Next birthday. Hall of Famer, great quarterback, Mr. Joe Montana is turning how old?
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. By the way, Kate gets a point.
take out the point?
For I'm sorry. What's his name? Cash did.
What's his name? What's his name? What? I'm done. I'm done.
That's okay if I have your replacement sitting right here.
58.
58, Joe Montana.
Nah, it's too old. 51.
51. Do you even know who Joe Montana is?
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
good. I just want to make sure.
I am going to say 54.
59 would be the correct answer. Actor Hugh Laurie played House, of course. Dr. House.
He's also in the Disney movie Tomorrowland, by
Yes.
the way.
Oh, is he? I thought
Yep.
I saw him in
Yep.
the
Yep.
trailer.
He's good in it.
And he's also on Veep.
Veep?
Yeah, he is on Veep.
How old is Mr. Laurie?
Wow. 60.
I'm going to go 63.
63, 60.
49.
49. 56 would be the correct answer. By the way, I know we have them on hold, but I just want to let the loser of this game know you're going to go. If you lose, you're going into the ring with number one assassin. Just thought I'd tell the loser that. Yes.
Well, I technically get a point for that first one since I was closest. Right?
No, we don't. No, you got to be.
Only
No, all of a
hand
sudden she's
grenade.
worried about losing.
Right.
No. We don't. This is not the Price is Right
Oh,
around here.
man, okay. One.
Sorry.
One.
Do-do-do-do-do.
That's right. Actor Gene Wilder's turning how old today? Willy Wonka. That's when you said
67.
that. 67.
72.
72.
74.
82, however, would be the correct
Oh,
answer.
my goodness.
Yeah.
You know what I really liked about Gene Wilder?
What's that?
He was married to Gilda Radner.
Yes,
Yes,
God
he
bless
was.
him. What I
Yeah.
mean, they handled that situation with such
Oh,
class,
I
didn't they?
just, I can't say enough about the
Want to
two
give
of
a
them.
quick Gene Wilder favorite movie? Can you pick one?
Yeah, Young Frankenstein. Although Blazing Saddles was great too.
Great flick.
Yes. Dr. Oz is turning how old?
Who cares?
That's what I was about to say. Who cares?
Well, he's on my list. He has to care.
63.
63.
64.
4.
58.
Oh, 55 would be the correct answer. By the
2
way,
points.
no. No, it doesn't work that way. Does number one assassin celebrate birthdays? Does he have a birthday?
I'm sure he does, and you can ask him, but boy, you are keeping this man waiting. He's
I
going to
know,
get
I know.
fired up.
I'm trying. I'm trying to get through this as fast as possible. Hang in there, assassin. I know you're there, my friend. Trust me, I know you're there. 2-point question. What year did Vince Lombardi die?
Come on, Cash.
This is right up your wheelhouse, Cash.
Come on.
Okay.
Hurry up.
Too much pressure.
Assassin's waiting.
1981.
1981.
83.
83.
82.
1970 would be the correct answer.
Wow.
Jeez Louise.
How about that?
TV actor Joshua Jackson. You would know him from the TV show Fringe.
Ooh, yeah.
Today's his birthday?
No, I just pulled his name out of my right ear.
No,
37.
Oh,
37.
29.
I'm
29.
going to go 36.
37 is the correct answer. Give JPEG the point. Kate, it looks like you may be
No.
going into the
Candy
ring.
bar.
You know, I was just going to take that candy bar back. It looks
You
like.
better eat it fast,
Yeah.
John. Baseball player Jose Reyes is turning how old?
Oh.
Cash, if you don't get this right, you have to turn in your Mets fan club membership card.
Ooh.
And you're going inside the elimination chamber with number
The
one
elimination
assassin.
chamber.
Well, then he's 33.
33. Jose Reyes or assassin number one?
33.
33 for Jose Reyes.
28.
35.
32 would be the correct answer. Who now plays? He's in Toronto, right?
Yeah.
Here is one of my all-time favorite actresses, Adrienne Barbeau.
Oh, yeah. 78.
78.
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing.
Back to school.
That's right.
Okay, how old is the old back? Let's see.
Making out on. Remember, she getting it on the counter, man.
Oh my God.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's terrible. You talk like that in front of Kate? Come on. now.
68.
68. What did you say?
78.
78. 68.
I'll go 72.
70 would be the correct answer. All right, one more. And this is no, I'm going to go 2 more. Basketball player from the WNBA. I don't know if she's still playing or not. Diana Taurasi.
Oh, sure.
Is she still playing?
Yeah. She's still a young
24.
girl.
24.
No. 4 or 5 years. 26.
Okay. 24, 26. If you say 33, you might get it right.
33.
33 is correct. Good
It
job.
was on the tip of my tongue.
Wait a minute.
What, did I say something wrong?
Wait a minute here.
Did I say something wrong?
No, I'm not going to protest.
I'm trying to help her not get in the ring with number one assassin. Last question for winner take all. Winner take all. What year did Chad Everett die?
He's dead?
Yeah, when he fell out of the plane in Airplane 2.
Exactly.
That's when he died. Which should give you a little hint that he was still alive then.
If you know when Airplane 2 came out.
All right, I'm going to say 1990.
1990.
I'm going to say 87.
87.
84.
84. The correct answer is 2012, gentlemen and
Really?
ladies.
Okay.
That's it. That does it for celebrity birthdays. Once again, happy birthday
we
from all of us here at
killed
Vegas Unwrapped Internet Radio and your celebrity birthday today. Happy birthday from all of us here.
We killed that guy off.
Yes, we did.
Early.
He went into the trunks of the assassin and he got something. He caught the assassin cold that time. And brother, did he lay one on him. You can hear the tumultuous roar of this crowd as Rhodes catches him again. Whatever the assassin has in his trunk, Dusty Rhodes has got it now. And the world heavyweight champion. Throwing caution to the wind, pounding away at the masked assassin. And the referee telling him no to stop. Of course, Dick Crow not aware of the fact. He's not aware of anything here. He came in to try and salvage the other referee, and he is now telling Rhodes to cease and desist. And
The clip you're hearing dates back to, I believe, what is the year there?
I believe this clip was from 1984, 1985. somewhere.
1984-85, when Dusty Rhodes and number one assassin were wrestling for the for the title at the time, and the voice you're hearing is the commentator, the golden tones of one Gordon Solly. He was the Vince Scully of wrestling at the time, and of course, news broke earlier today that Virgil Riley Runnels Jr., of course, is known as the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, passed away at the age of 69 due to complications from a fall. Joining us on the phone from parts unknown, the gentleman who wrestled Dusty Rhodes in that match you just heard a clip from, the number one assassin joins us here on Vegas Unwrapped. Mr. Assassin, Aaron Phillips, Ricky Cash here, Bobcat, JPEG, everybody here. We want to thank you so much for taking time to be with us tonight to talk about Dusty. How are you, sir?
I appreciate you having me on Vegas Unwrapped. And let me first off say, Ricky Cash, you don't know when Vince Lombardi died. We're gonna have to find somebody else for your position.
Right. A man after my own heart. I've been trying to get rid of him all these years, and now I've got a second vote, Mr. Cash. What do you got to say to number?
I tell you what. Anybody that doesn't know where the Vince Lombardi Trophy and what year he passed away shouldn't even be watching or listening to sports. I'm going to tell you.
I have been.
I hear the Great Knitting Championships coming to the convention center there in September.
Mr. Assassin, you've hit it right on the head, my friend.
Wow.
I'd like to smack him right on the
Oh,
head,
my-
not knowing when Vince Lombardi died. Goodness.
I'm telling you,
The young lady you have in the studio knew more than he did.
Thank you.
You're welcome, young lady.
Hey, Mr. Cash, you were talking smack all day long. Now's your chance to talk smack to him. Come on, Mr. Cash, let's go.
this is going to go down in history. This is like one of our best interviews.
I was a big fan.
Remember this. The number one assassin is from parts unknown.
He could be in the
He
parking
could be
lot
lurking
right now.
outside this door right now, so you better be careful what you say, Mr. Cash.
I want to remind you of something, Mr. Cash. The number one assassin not only knows me, but he knows Mrs. Bobcat. She's in the building. You don't know where this man could be right now.
He's got your number.
Literally, I'll tell you, we're on the same time zone and not very far away.
Oh. He's right. He's crying right now.
I think I better unlock the front door.
Number one, again, thank you so much for taking time. I got to imagine your phone is blowing up today. Emails, Twitter, the whole thing upon hearing the news of Dusty's passing. What was your reaction to Dusty passing away earlier today?
Damn, he's not that much older than me.
Wow.
No, in all seriousness, for first off, I want you to understand he was a hard-hitting son of a gun. And prior to wrestling becoming into what it is today as sports entertainment or where it's taken, you know, and I'm discussing the Dusty from years ago, the NWA days and Mid-Atlantic Championship era before he went to the WWE and the polka dot crap that they put him in up there.
Right.
You know, he was a heck of a man. He was a heck of a fighter. He never gave up. He could hit like you wouldn't believe. And that elbow, everybody said, oh, it's this, it's that. Let me tell you something. I'm here to tell you firsthand from a man that beat him and was beat by him. Okay? It hurt. As far as how I feel about things, you know, there's a lot of different emotions going on right now, you know, as you step away from the business and things. And I had the luxury, and I did it my way because I didn't want to be known in public, didn't want to be seen in public, wanted to be able to go to the casino, walk right up and smack Ricky Cash upside the head without anybody knowing about it. You know, just to start his day off, I want you to understand, you know, where guys like the American Dream didn't have that opportunity. He was very public. The son of a plumber came up the hard way and made a go for himself. And a lot of people don't really originally know it, but, you know, his son, Cody, you know, now on WWE, is going by Stardust.
Stardust.
A lot of people don't realize many years ago back in Texas, Dusty Rhodes, that was one of the original names he was called, was Stardust.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize
so that's where the whole play on names comes from now. Okay?
Gotcha.
Although I will say this, I'm sure he sat back and went, what the hell did I create? Anyway, with that being said, you know, when I first heard the message and got the message this morning, several of us were stunned. Of course, I understand it was from injury sustained from a fall. Of course, results and stuff have not been released.
Right.
He was working with the WWE and the developmental department down in Orlando.
Correct.
And I want to go say here this again, you know, Dusty Rhodes, and I've said this 1,004 times, he was probably the best person to work the microphone, cut promos, and, you know, let me just tell you, it's a good thing Ricky Cash ain't talking to him instead of me, okay? Okay, let me just tell you, because the son of a plumber would have crawled right through that phone and sat in his lap, and he's a big man, okay? Now, that young lady there might have got a good fun and joke out of it, but he was a good, fun guy. You know, if he didn't know you or whatever, or, of course, if you weren't fighting him or whatever, you know, I mean, he'd tell you quick, you know, your match looked like crap, and you shouldn't even be a pizza boy.
Wow.
You know, but he was a very straight-up person. Years ago, he actually booked the WCW Jim Crockett Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling in that area. So when he was booking, that was back during the days, I don't know if you remember the little, like, Kangol top hat, the robes, that type of stuff. Sure. You know, nowadays, you know, they're looking for more of what I consider a cruiserweight guy and the lower, smaller guys.
Right.
And the only thing I can put up with that, to be honest with you, is they take up less space on a plane. The only thing I can tell you. They only have to buy them one seat, not two.
There you go.
But as far as him actually being in the ring and doing things, there wasn't nothing he couldn't do. There wasn't one crowd that he couldn't have in the palm of his hand within a matter of 5 seconds on a microphone.
Was it because he had that persona of being, you know, the son of a plumber? He was the down-to-earth kind of guy that whether he was a heel or babyface, just people loved Dusty no matter which way he went in the ring?
Well, I can say this now years after I don't climb in the ring, okay? And I have to be careful on radio. I don't know exactly what I can say and what I can't. I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but it really pissed me off. He was a normal person. I really think that's what the people connected to.
Right.
You know, he wasn't a bodybuilder, you know, type human being, you know.
Right.
You know, when they went and found, you know, when Vern Gagne and Lawler and Jerry Jarrett found Hulk Hogan, you know, essentially Hulk Hogan was somewhat modeled after the American Dream. But nobody still to this day, could work the microphone like Dusty. Nobody could get the crowd on their side quicker than Dusty.
We pulled up a clip of Dusty working the mic, so I've asked Mike to pull that up off of YouTube for us if we can. We're going to play a minute or two so our listeners can enjoy Dusty on the mic.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as we talked before, we are less than 1 week away right now from the big event. Right now, as Barry Windham is walking back to his dressing room, we'd like to bring in the one and only American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Jim Ross said it. It's almost time for the big event, and I know from seeing Barry Windham that he is prepared.
Ain't it good to be alive and raised in hell in Tennessee? Yeah! The bottom line is the Great American Bash is now on the air. Live and in color, Jack. Bear Windham, you're another but a yellow dog like the rest of the Four Horsemen. The other bottom line is my man Stinger, my man Nikita Koloff, the Dr. Death, the baddest man in the world. And my brothers of the road warriors. We too taking names and writing them down. Now, as the name taking is over, the honey kicking gonna stop. It's gonna start now. It's gonna run through the summer, and it's hot in public, if you will.
As a wrestling fan who's been following the sport since 1978, number one, and I'm sitting here getting goosebumps again listening to Dusty's promo there. What was the charisma that you have to work a mic? He's off the charts, and you could hear every time in that clip exactly what you said as to how he charged up the audience every time he mentioned a name, a city, because I don't think any sentence he said there was any bigger than 5 words in a sentence.
Yeah.
What was it that gave him that great mic skill?
Some people are just born with it. Some people learn it. It's kind of like you guys' job when you sit down in front of that microphone at that board. The voice that you hear right there isn't necessarily the one that you're going to talk to me with when we go out to dinner.
I'm certainly not.
when you're cutting a promo or you're in front of a crowd, especially a live audience, you wait for that feeling. And once you get into that mode, once you get into that, once you feel them, and once they feel you and they know it's from the heart, and that's where the difference was. Everything with him came directly from his heart. He had as a good a time performing as people enjoyed watching him perform.
Absolutely. What a great way to summarize his wrestling career is how much he enjoyed both aspects of it. And I hope that's what he's remembered for, because I saw him on Raw back in April, one of his last live TV appearances, when Stardust and Goldust were sort of having their issues and were beginning to separate. And I got to tell you, as a fan who watched Dusty sort of towards the end of his career in the NWA and then WCW, and then, of course, his appearances with WWE, I got to tell you, visually, he didn't look very good. And I was wondering if there were some other health issues for someone to go from 275 at his wrestling weight down to whatever he was before he passed. I hope there was no other health issues that's going to come out. But I got to tell you,
from my understanding, I'm aware of what you're talking about.
Okay.
There, and I've been asked that question probably 8, 10, 1,200 times. And let me tell you, from my understanding, he was scheduled at the beginning of next year to have a hip replacement. And the doctors had told him, in order for a hip replacement to be successful, they don't like to do it on overweight people or anything on that type order, so he had to be down to a certain weight.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
The trainers and doctors and so forth, he had lost about 80 pounds.
Wow.
The problem is when you're a big man and you lose that kind of weight, when you've been a big man all your life, the whole look changes, and you really do look sickly.
Sure.
And I can say that from a personal experience. As about 6 months ago, I just had my 3rd hip replacement.
Wow, 3rd. And is it all from injuries of wrestling?
No, I have 2 ex-wives.
See, Gary, there's hope for you yet.
Yeah, yes, sir, it is.
Okay. Wow. Wow. Well, listen, I know.
finally got the female to laugh a little bit. Right now, she's going, what is this guy talking about?
It's our. I'll give you. Number one, I'll give you another Cashism. I thought you only had 2 hips.
That's you normal people. Us good guys, we got an extra one laying around. You never know what you need.
Absolutely.
There you go.
I keep telling you, Cash, you keep pushing that button. He's going to open up that can, buddy. That can of you know what's coming, man.
Yeah, but this guy is a legend in not only in wrestling but in life. And the fact that
that's him knocking at the door.
No, come on, you guys. I've become this year. Thanks to Aaron.
Is somebody trying to get out or what?
we're making Cash think it's you coming in.
Yeah, I've become a pretty big fan, and I never thought that would take place. But the entertainment value and the fact that you guys hit each other pretty darn hard, it makes it for a real in-your-face sport. I think it's tremendous.
Thank you very much. I will tell you this. It's changed a lot over the past 20 years as to where when I wrestled full-time and so forth, to every hole there's a counter hole, just like there is when you're watching high school, collegiate, and coming up through amateur wrestling, okay? And now then, it's taken a turn more sports entertainment, and a 3-hour show is an hour and a half of talking.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that's not, you'll find a lot of the older crowd, older wrestling fans, people just aren't really necessarily into that are into wrestling.
Right.
Okay?
We had the privilege of interviewing Bob Backlund a number of weeks ago, and he was talking the same way that you were about how the old school fan is turned off by today's quote-unquote wrestling because exactly what you said, a 3-hour show, you've got about 20 minutes of actual in-ring action because the rest is just fluff. And you're 100% right, although I have to admit I still follow it for the entertainment aspect of it, but there's nothing to compare to.
You're bored as hell, I'm going to tell you.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, number one, I actually TiVo it.
You need to find a new hobby like that.
How does it feel, Philip?
I'm right there because you know what? Robin says the same thing to me. But I actually TiVo it because I get it on the dish out here, and I'm catching the East Coast feed. I TiVo it so that I can zip through the stuff I really don't want to watch. And you're 100% right. There are certain segments of the show. It's just like, okay, I might as well just watch the commercials. But again, I know you're been pressed today. I'm sure you've probably done 1,000 interviews today. Thank you so much for taking time. I do want to ask one favor, and that is, give us your best number one assassin mic work as if Ricky Cash was your opponent that you were facing going into the ring tonight.
Wait a minute. I just got out of the sleeper hold that Bob.
That's true. You did.
That Bob
That's
put
true.
me
I
in.
want to hear classic vintage.
First off, I can tell Ricky Cash isn't from there by that accent. Where in the Northeast are you from?
New York.
New York. Well, you got Dover Park, didn't you?
No.
How'd you end up in Vegas from New York?
Witness protection program.
So you have an ex-wife too?
Two exes.
Well, let me tell you, Ricky Cash, coming up this Saturday night at the MGM Grand Casino. Let me tell you, the Grand Garden Arena, 275 pounds of twisted steel sex appeal coming your way. Nothing you can do about it. We're going to stomp a mud hole so big, buddy, you're going to need a 4-wheel drive to bring it out. That's what I'm telling you about. This is the number one assassin. You listen to Vegas Unwrapped. Y'all stand by. Thank you.
Hey, number one, you still there? Number one, this is Mike, and thank you, my friend. And I do know who the number one really is in real life. I'll never let that secret out. God bless you, and I love you, my friend.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it, okay?
Thank you, number one assassin.
Thank you.
Stay well.
Guys, take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Number one assassin from Legendary Wrestling on the line to talk about.
Where is he?
Let me at him. Big shot now.
Where is
Big
he?
shot
Bring
now.
him on. Bring him on.
He's off the phone.
Yeah,
Parts
really.
unknown.
Wait,
exactly.
Knock on the door.
All right. Jeez Louise.
Isn't he great?
That was terrific.
No, seriously.
No, it was terrific. All right. We're going to take a quick break, get caught up a little bit, and we'll talk more about that. That was tremendous.
That was awesome.
And I'm going to have a favor to ask to Bobcat out of that audio.
I already know it's coming. You
Take
guys
us to
are
break.
going to pull that crap out.
All right, welcome back. Dude, I just body slammed you. You realize that?
Yeah.
Welcome back. Katie is still here.
I'm still here. You guys can't get rid of me.
We don't have her.
I'm amazed.
We don't have her shackled to the chair. Nothing. She's actually staying under her own
On my
free
own
will.
free
She
will,
is
yes.
one brave woman.
I'm telling you,
I am
she's
proud
gonna.
of her.
She should get disability after sitting with us tonight,
Or maybe some candy.
Or at
some
least
candy.
therapy.
Or at least therapy. Definitely therapy. All right. Once again, I want to thank Number One Assassin for coming on. That was really cool. You know, Cash, you and I have talked about this over 6.5 years of being on the air. We have done some things that in our real lives we probably would have never had the opportunity to do. And as I mentioned to him, and as I've told numerous times, I mean, I've been following the sport since '78. I've now had Bob Backlund the opportunity to talk to and meet personally. And to have an interview, although I barely remember Number One Assassin from wrestling at the time I was following it, because he was in the territories that were not the WWE. But I remember him and Number Two when they wrestled together. And I actually watched a clip earlier today on YouTube when Number One fired Number Two and separated. But the people that we've had the opportunity to interview and meet and talk to, just, sometimes you run out of words to express the gratitude for what we've been able to accomplish and achieve doing this.
Yeah, it's like I've told you many, many times. March 13th, 2009, a whole new life was created. A whole
absolutely.
new person was created who's doing things that Richie boy, Richie Rich, right, never had a chance to do.
Yeah.
And, this is great stuff.
I mean, earlier today I had the chance at my weekly BCN networking meeting every Thursday, 7:30 a.m. at the Holiday Inn, 215 in South Rainbow.
Here comes the television plug. Here comes the television plug.
I was asked to sit in and facilitate the meeting because the normal facilitator, Dave Padgett, who we know from DNR House of Diamonds, normally facilitates that meeting. And I got a text yesterday from Becky, who is the organizer of BCN, if I would mind filling in. Yeah, sure, not a problem. Give me a chance to be on front of people, right? I mean, what else would you do, right? But Channel 3 weekend news anchor and reporter Gerard Romaldo was the guest speaker today.
Yeah.
Nice guy. And he talked about business concepts, the ABCs of business and things to remember. And he actually has a video company that he does on the side, which I want to share with you so we can maybe hook up and do stuff with him.
Cool.
But here I am this morning. I've the opportunity to meet him and take a picture with him, to tonight talking wrestling we're really talking with a legend about a legend. And that's pretty cool.
Not bad.
That's
not
pretty
too
cool.
shabby, as we like to say.
It makes waking up at 5:30 in the morning sometimes worth it.
Yeah, I was wondering.
But you know what? We have talked to some, and you have talked to some great people on this show.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the real value are the local people that we've had in here and what they're doing, and people like Kate and the others that have taken their time to come in and share with us. So.
The bigger names that we've met, the more popular names, the national recognition, that's icing on the cake.
Right.
But like you're right on to talk to a Kate, to talk to a Pat Stacey, all of the people we've talked to on that level who really are the fabric of this city.
Which is what Vegas Unwrapped is all about.
Which is what we started 6.5 years ago. You're 1,000,000% correct, JPEG. And
That's because he gets it.
Right. And I didn't mean to, and I didn't mean to say anything.
No. I knew exactly what you were saying.
But having those high-profile people really is icing on the cake to what we're doing, to be able to present, along with a Katie, to the world as well. So
wait a second. I like to think that I'm high profile. What are you saying?
Well, no, you are.
Right, he never misses a photo op.
I'm saying that you should have your own show on Vegas All Net Radio.
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right.
What are you passionate about?
Life. Anything that is thrown at me. If you're going to do it, you should do it well. That's what I think.
Do you think if you're going to do it, you should do it with styles?
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you for setting that up for me.
Here's the softball. Okay, hey, I gotta ask you guys, did you see the new pizza that's coming out?
No.
Wait. Is this the one that has 28 hot dogs in the crust?
I believe it's...
Are you kidding me?
I believe it's Pizza Hut, but I could be mistaken. But it's their pizza, and they have the little pigs in a blanket, 28 of them outlining, and are baked into the crust.
Into the crust.
Of the pizza.
Like normally they stuff everything in that
But it's
crust,
not
right?
stuffed in the crust. Literally, the hot dogs are standing, the mini hot dogs.
Are they coming out of the crust?
They're standing on end, 28 of them all the way around, and comes with a side of French's mustard to dip the hot dogs into.
Get out of here.
But you saw that, didn't you?
Yeah.
The pizza.
Yeah.
Then to top that off, Taco Bell, who of course is now in the breakfast genre.
The best breakfast
Now,
in town.
what's your favorite donut place here in Las Vegas?
Pink Box.
Very good. You set that up very well, because if you said somebody else, I was screwed. But one of their donuts that they have
is the bacon maple.
And what else? Captain Crunch.
Oh, the Captain Crunch.
Captain
Right,
okay?
right.
So I hear today a commercial. I'm driving home from the BCN meeting, and Taco Bell is now coming out with a Captain Crunch, like burrito donut style sandwich with the cereal in the burrito. And I'm thinking they've got to be copying that from Pink Box Donuts. I think there's a little infringement issue here.
I'm not sure about that, because Taco Bell's just a little bit bigger than Pink Box.
What the hell is the matter with people?
Oh, my God. So there's some crazy things on. Loretta Lynn was inducted into the Music City Walk of Fame.
Excellent.
Yes, absolutely.
About time.
And we missed this last week, but comedian Ann Mira, 85 years
away.
old,
I know,
passed
I saw
away.
that. That bro-
And
that
we
was a
lost someone
heartbreaker.
today. Sandra D?
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
I think
no.
that's who it was. She was like 91 or something.
She couldn't be that old.
So 81.
Yes, she could.
Lost the greatest vampire of television history, too.
Christopher Lee.
Mr.
Christopher Lee.
Lee.
Christopher Lee passed away
Yes.
That broke my
yesterday
heart
or
too,
today.
man.
You had, not Sandra D.
I believe it was Sandra D. I saw on Facebook today. I'm seeing if I can quickly find the article.
I would feel really bad about that. I had such a crush on her.
Well,
So did Bobby Darin.
She sure did.
See if you- yeah,
and
Bobcat's gonna find that for me.
and
And
Troy
Troy
Donahue.
Donahue. Yeah.
Right?
But anyway, so there's some notable things going on as well. So just some of the things happening from a headline
Yeah,
component.
thanks for bringing us down.
Hey, well,
Yeah,
you know,
really,
what,
you
what
know?
can I do? Is it on there yet, Bobcat?
I'm looking here. So I think we might have one of those phony baloney things, but
It might
let me
be
check.
one. Well, okay.
Yeah.
So
if it's
I
not
hope it
true,
is.
Sandra D is going to be awful pissed at you.
Yeah, well, really.
you know what? If
Number
she's-
one's coming back on the
if
show.
that's all right. If she's listening, that would be terrific. That would be wonderful if she's listening. All right. So
She won't be after that, though.
I killed her off. Oh my gosh.
Hey, we've done that before, too.
Yes, we have.
Remember I came on with a big argument about somebody else that I thought had died?
That's
and
right.
They
And I
played a... They played
proved
a.
you wrong.
Do you remember who that was, too?
Yes.
Who was it?
I don't know.
You dog.
Was she married to Sandra Lee Hoover?
No.
No? Okay, wrong one.
So anyway, what else? Spirit Airlines is holding a job fair here for flight attendants.
I saw that.
Yeah. So if you need a job, do you have what it takes?
I can't stand on my feet that long. For 30,000 miles?
You know what movie I watched last night?
Tell me.
I TiVoed it from the weekend.
Sure.
Flight. With Denzel Washington.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that was
Whoa,
good.
you
As a matter of
kidding me?
fact,
Was that
I
a
have-
surprise ending for you?
No, because I only watched half of it. I
Okay.
started watching it up to the point where they were doing the investigation.
Gotcha. Okay. Then
I mean, it's a 3-hour movie. We started
Yeah.
watching it last
We're
night.
not gonna talk about it
But the
anymore
first
then.
part of it,
Yeah.
where he's flying the plane upside down.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Ooh.
Okay, never mind then.
Not yet.
Well, what I've seen so far is pretty cool,
Oh, just wait.
and I have to finish
I
watching
thought the
it.
flight.
Just wait.
I thought that flight was the one with
No, that was Airplane.
with Liam Neeson. You know,
No.
Liam Neeson going.
No. Yeah, where he's
I thought
framed.
that was
No,
that wasn't it.
I don't think so. No, that
No,
wasn't
that's
it.
not it.
That was that was
wasn't
that freeze flame flight.
No, I don't know what you're talking about right now. You've got me confused. Jeez Louise. Anyway,
Sandra D.
thank you.
Passed away.
Thank
Oh,
you.
man.
Born 19... the screen jumped on me.
Those darn ads.
Is that her?
Born 1942, passed... Wait, no, that was Sandra D. Sandra D. was born in 1942, passed away in 2005, so it's not Sandra Lee. That was Sandra D. that passed there, so I'll
All
go
right, well,
back to
keep
my
looking.
computer.
Keep looking. Because I know it was posted. But again, it could be one of those farces that's
Sandra
out there.
Lee passed in 2005.
No.
Sandra D.
passed in 2005.
Really?
Isn't
Yes.
that what we were just talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but so it could be one of those farces that's circled back around on Facebook.
But she's already dead then.
well, yeah, she's already dead.
Well, that
but
sucks.
Did she die again?
that will kill her off.
Make me go through that whole trauma
my
again.
Yeah, I'm
Goodness gracious.
traumatized anyway.
Same woman who was married to Bobby Darin?
Yes.
Yep.
She's gone, man.
Oh, man.
When today?
No. She Passed away in 2005.
Wow, we're
10
right on
years
top
ago?
of. We're right on top
What
of
the
it.
hell have I been doing, man?
Well, we were right on top of the Dusty story, and then we screwed that one up. And
Wow.
I'll have to, once I find the link that I saw today, I'm going to repost it on the Vegas Unwrapped page. By the way, Vegas Unwrapped Internet Radio fan page, we are too shy of 1,760. So once
Miss Bobcat, get to work.
yeah, once Kate sends me a friend, although she doesn't.
I'm doing it right
she's
now.
doing it right now, and then she's going to invite all of her friends to like our page.
Yes.
So we would
As well as
appreciate
Aaron
that.
Phillips and Ricky Cash's page.
That's right. That's and JPEG.
Does he have a page?
Yeah.
I have 2 pages. Actually, that's not true.
No?
JPEG does not have a page.
No, JPEG doesn't.
No.
But John PG Styles does.
Right.
I got a page.
Bobcat has a page too.
As
for
Bobcat?
I don't have.
Wait. Is that the pool party?
No, I have my racing page.
That's
Yes,
right.
I know that.
Sure.
Yeah, we're friends.
Yes.
All right. You know what? I think we're going to go to quick break, and then we're going to come back with some news of the weird. Let everybody know that things are okay in our part of the world when you look what everybody else is doing around here.
10 minutes left.
I know. We'll get a couple of stories in. You're listening to Vegas Unwrapped, coming around the clubhouse turn. We'll be back right after this. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Part of the show that makes us feel good about ourselves when we share with you the stupidity from around the world. Strum up the band, Mr. Cash. Take it away.
We're going to start with our least hardy generation. Number 1, nursing student Jennifer Burbella filed a lawsuit against the Misericordia University, that's near Scranton, Pennsylvania, for not helping her enough to pass a required course that she failed twice. The professional caregiver to be complained of stress so severe that she needed a distraction-free room and extra time for the exam, but claimed she deserved even more special treatment.
All right.
Number 2, 4 Columbia University students complained in May that the courses in Greek mythology and Roman poetry needed trigger warnings. In other words, advance notice to super-sensitive students that history may include narratives of disturbing events that have somehow been studied without such warning for centuries.
Nice. This under the category of the Pervo-American community. A little something called footnotes here. Rusty Sills, age 56, previously an underwear bandit in West Des Moines, Iowa, was arrested in Pinellas Park, Florida in March and charged with stealing women's shoes, sometimes replacing them with shoes he no longer fancied. Police found about 100 pairs in his van. James Dowdy, age 43, on parole for an earlier sock theft, was arrested once again in Belleville, Illinois, after police received reports of socks missing in burglaries. Authorities said Dowdy had been involved in other types of sock-related incidents and using socks in an inappropriate and obscene manner.
No.
But details were not reported. Found in a search of Dowdy's home were notebooks of children's names, ages, and types of socks worn.
Pedophiles forever. Whew. Terrific. All right, here's a bunch of bright ideas. Tell me which ones you guys like the best. Among recent inventions not expected to draw venture capital interest, reported Popular Science back in June. Number 1, a Canadian software engineer's machine that unspools toilet paper exactly 3 squares at a time. Please keep your fingers away from the cleaver.
Oh my gosh.
Number 2, Japanese shoulder-mounted tomato feeder that provides nourishment to marathoners without their needing to catch tomatoes provided by their supporters. And then finally, Google software engineer Maurice Boz with whiteboard-mounted clock that writes down the exact time with a marker at the 5-minute intervals after erasing the previous time. Sounds like Bobcat.
Do you have one more quick one? One small one?
I have a really great one. Can I jump in here?
Yes, go for it.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. This is proof of just how lucky we are to live in Las Vegas.
For your job.
How about your job?
Not mine, baby.
Not mine.
In a small town in Colorado, Corey Ganger, 22 years old, had a few too many Jägermeisters. Very, very hungry. Wendy's was closed. The local grocery store was also closed. So he broke into a sports bar and proceeded to make nachos by himself. Did not pay attention and burned it down.
No way!
He is now serving 3 years of community service
Nice.
for his burnt nachos.
And where was this, in Colorado?
El Yebel?
I don't know where that is.
Not sure. It's very, very small. I looked it up on the map already, but
Wow.
Yeah,
Good
so-
job.
you have too many Jägermeisters, go home and eat a bag of chips.
That sounds like what the Bobcat would do.
There you go. All right. Jeez, what a show. Want to thank Number One Assassin for coming on to share some insight and his stories with Dusty Rhodes, who passed away today. All of us here at Vegas Unwrapped Internet Radio, we send our thoughts and prayers to the Reynolds family in Texas. Kate O'Neill from Great American Fundraising Opportunities, and now I think she's embedded herself to be part of the gang. Anybody who's comfortable enough to share a weird news story is right there with us. Gary's sitting in for 2 hours.
She didn't hesitate a minute, man.
No, she didn't.
She was right on there.
Matter of fact, did you notice she took over? I've got a story, and I am sharing it.
I couldn't pass it up.
No, that's great. We want to thank the listeners for checking in. And, of course, look for the archive to be up in about 24 hours. And you two will be up in about a day, 48 hours or so, as JPEG plays around with the back. Next week, plenty of guests. Check out the Facebook page. Want to thank Mrs. Bobcat for all the work she's doing on the Vegas Unwrapped fan page, posting stories and stuff. We appreciate it. What he was just doing with his hands would be obscene in 30 countries. I just
I got to tell you before we leave.
Yes.
You know, Gary didn't tell anybody he was coming to Vegas.
But now everybody knows.
The whole world knows.
Hey, Tuesday, where are we Tuesdays from 3 to 4, JPEG?
Spotlight on VANR.
That's right.
Guys had a great show today. Don't forget on Pit Road Racing. It's the Trickle Memorial at the Bull Ring. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like racing, LVMS.com. Come see us. We'll be live there Saturday.
And if you're listening, wherever you are, it's going to be hot in Vegas this weekend. Plenty of water, sunscreen.
Hydrate.
Be comfortable. Have a great week, everybody. Be kind to each other, Mr. Cash. Why is that?
We're all we have, and don't drink and drive.
Unless it's water.
And don't drink and make nachos.
Have a great week, everybody.